English. So let's go, please, people. We're gonna start with you, Ms. Zoli. How important is education in our society? Please.
You in this class. My name is Suri Sadai. I live in Chile. I learn English with Mr. Michael. Okay. According to the question number 2, I think that education is very important in society because it is the base of everything. For example, I think that a person educates first at home from childhood.
Ms. Biolanda, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Paulinda, and I am from the Dominican Republic, but originally from Haiti. I am teacher Michael's student, and I am extremely happy to be there tonight. And before starting, I want to say thank you to teacher Michael to give me this opportunity to give my answer about this question. Education is very important in our society because education gives us training. It helps us to develop our abilities, and it helps us to differentiate between right and wrong. And he helps us to have a well-paid job and the opportunity to have a better life. And since we live in a modern society, education plays a very important role in many areas. And if you don't have it, there is many things you won't be able to do. So in our society, when a person has a well education, he know how to explain himself, people gives him a lot of respect. And it even plays a role in physical people beauty. How? Sometimes someone may appear ugly, but when he has a well educated, he know how to explain himself. People don't pay attention if he's ugly or not. They focus on the inner beauty that image flowed education, and that person appear beautiful. But the most important, education is vital to a society progress. So in many ways, education is very, very important in our society. Thank you, and thank you again, Teacher Michael.
Really nice. Congratulations. You're so beautiful. With your comment, really congratulate you and so happy to have you, Miss Biolanda.
I'm so happy to be with you during this club tonight. About the question number 1, I can say, like the other guys already said, it's really good. It's really good. It's really important for each society to have education, and I can say that helps citizens, and so I can say that's really really important for every nation to have a good education, because education is really important. Education equips people with knowledge and skills, fostering a personal growth and enabling them to contribute effectively to the workplace and the community. Yeah, that's my point of about the first question. Thank you, teacher.
Great, thank you. And thank you as well, Mr. Jose. We're so happy to have you, despite of the situation that you are facing up in Haiti, connection problem especially, but you are here with your camera opens. I think it's really good. Thank you. Okay, so Miss Manael, hello, welcome. So happy to have you. And yeah, we were just listening to you, please.
Good afternoon, dear fellows. Hello, Teacher Michael. I am from live in AD, and I am Teacher Michael's student, and it's a pleasure to me to be there with you tonight. About for the subject, and education is very important in our society. It improves our lives and helps us progress as human, and it also helps us to enrich our knowledge to better succeed in life. But faithfully, this society has discerned the value of education and pass it at the lesson.
What's your opinion about in-person versus online education, and which one is better according to your point of view? Miss Yolanda, please, let's go with you.
Good evening again, and thank you for choosing me to give my opinion about this question. For this question, I think online education is very good because sometimes it's very difficult to go to a school or somewhere else to learn something. So when it's online, you can stay at home and learn what you want to learn. And you have the opportunity to meet people who are very good at the thing they teach. And even if they are far from you, you can learn with them. It's very interesting. But in person, I think it's better because you have physical contact with the teachers and they helps you to understand writing quickly and will not have connection problems. You can concentrate more. So for me, in-person education is better if you have the possibility to take it in person. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations as well, Miss Yolanda, because you have your point of view, your kind of balance, the way that you elaborate. So thank you. And congratulations, especially for your English, because the club, the purpose of the club is a way just to help you to keep improving, especially your fluency. Okay, Mr. Jersey, please, let's go with you. What do you have to say about that question?
Thank you, Teacher Michael. I think this part is really interesting, and that depends on the person. That depends the needs of the person, the specific circumstances of the person. But I think because each order have advantage and disadvantage. For example, if I take about in person education or in person um, courses, I can say it's really good because you can have interactions with the instructors and the other people in your classroom, and you can have also access with the materials. For example, laboratories. If you learn something like that, you can have or another stuff. You know, I think this part is really good. But according to online courses, it's really good for people don't have any time to go to a school, and I can say it's really good also because the possibility to learn at any time and wherever you are in the world, because there are some courses, and you can learn online, but the person didn't have the possibility to travel to go to the university or something like that. It's really important, it's really good for them to stay at home to learn it. But I can say online courses nowadays, it's really popular because a lot of people learn online. For example, we learn English courses with few teacher online because we don't have some people and come with an English course didn't have any time to go on a school. uh, the person stay at home and learn English with you. But according to me, I think this question depends, like I said before, the needs of the person. That depends of the person, because there is no one size fits all. I think that depends of the person. But English online courses or online education nowadays is really popular. Even though you can go in a school to learn, or I don't know, to learn or something, but during this process you will have sometimes uh, sometimes a lot of parts online, because I can say the technology about the technology, but I can say for me, I can say online courses is It's better, and in person is good also. It's good because I can say all of my life. Yeah, teacher, because I pass all my time in person, because I was a child. I was on the I can say in a kindergarten, and fundamental and stuff like that. I think in person is good, but nowadays it's really important to take some some English courses or some courses online, because for the people, like I said before, don't didn't have any time. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. And I think all of the guys on the club tonight learn something online.
Mm.
Okay, so that my point about the second question. It's really, really good, and that depends, like I said, the person, the needs of the person.
Mm. Great, thank you, and
Thank you,
thank you
teacher.
very much. Yes, that's good, and congratulations, Mr. Josier. Okay, good. So, and about you, the other people, what do you have to say, please, about that question, Mr. Heavens? So let's go with you, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Evans Boulin. I'm from AG. I'm teacher Michael student. I'm extremely happy to be there tonight. Thank you, teacher Michael, for the opportunities. For me, my opinion about in-person versus online education is the education in person, because you learn better when you learn in person. You can participate very fast and share your idea, and you can talk everything with your friends. But online, you have opportunity to play, to eat, to drink everything, to sleep. This prevents you from concentrating while learning education in person is better for me.
I really appreciate that. It's a really good point. I really, really, really congratulate you, Mr. Evans, for your English and for your point of view as well. What's your opinion about in-person versus online education, and which one is better according to your point of view? Ms. Zuli, please.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. This question is very interesting because during the pandemic, the children had classes by Zoom, but although they were protected from the pandemic, on the other hand, it was not the best for them because, in general, um, they were more aggressive because even the light when they practicing bullying,
Hmm.
for example, children 6 or 7 years. That is why I believe that education should be in person.
So thank you, and thank you very much, Miss Zuli. We really love your answer. The way that you talk, you have wisdom. We really appreciate that. So thank you, and thank you very much. Miss Natasha, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I'm Natasha. I'm studying English with Mr. Michael. I'm living in Haiti now. It's very cold here in Haiti. About this question, I think it's very interesting to study online. For example, now we are online. It's very interesting to talk. For that reason, we don't have time, we don't have day. Okay, it's the good moment to exchange share information during the presentation. For example, we can do research in internet. We have a dictionary with us. I think it's very interesting to study online. But the big problem is in Haiti, for example, we don't have electricity. Sometimes we don't have internet. It's the big problem.
Mm,
Thank you.
really nice. I really love your answer. It's really practice the way that you do it. Thank you. And thank you very much, Miss Natasha, because we know that you're teacher, you're a learner, and you're a mother as well. You see how things are and the differences as well. So thank you. And thank you very much. Miss Manael, try to say something, please. Let's go with you.
Personally, I think generally in person is better, but that depends the situation of the person. For example, to me, online is better because the situation of my country. It's at night that I have time. It's also advantageous for me, but there are people in places concentrate, and if they have time, they prefer online.
Okay, really good. I really appreciate your answer, Miss Manael. Thank you very much. And about you, please, Miss Lily. Let's go with you, please, Miss Lily. Welcome. We're so happy to have you.
Hello, guys. My name is Lily, and I'm from Dominican Republic. Well, for me, taking classes in person has many benefits because I can make friends and learn more. In the same way, taking only course has its own advantages. I can relax and feel comfortable in the comfort of my own home, but I don't feel like I learn as much as I would like to. For me, in person education is better.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Congratulations, Miss Lily. Not only your English, but your comment. It's a kind of deep. Really appreciate it and really thank you. Really thank you as well. And Miss Elda. Okay, let's go with you, please, Miss Elda. The question
Thank you
number
so
2.
much, Teacher Michael. Well, my opinion about person online education, it's a good method because it gives many advantage and saving time. Imagine person can work and study at the same time. Thanks to education, online person can study without having to travel. For example, in my case, Teacher Michael, I don't live in Chile. If it wasn't for online, I wouldn't be able to study English. But only disadvantages, you can socialize with the teacher. Sometimes the internet can have problems, so you can get distracted. But despite that, studying online is a means that helps everyone study, even if we live in different countries. From home, you can study. In person is better for me. About that, I learn more and there's an exchange between students, so I participate more.
Great, Miss Elda. You talk like a mother, and you are a mother. I really congratulate you because you grow, Miss Elda. Your English is really different now, and the way that you explain things, you have wisdom. I really congratulate you and thank you very much as well for your English and for your response as well. Okay, good. So now let's keep move on, people. We are really happy to have all of you in our club tonight. And that topic that we are discussing is about education. We already covered the question number 1, the question number 2, but now let's go to the question number 3. The question number 3 is a really nice question. It's really nice because we all of us, we have experience. Do you understand? So having test, having exam. So, but now people, please try to say something. Try to share your point of view about the question number 3. The question number 3 says, how do you feel about tests and examinations? Are they really necessary? How do you feel, people? Your experience when we are at school, or maybe today. How do you feel about tests and examination? And Miss Yolanda, let's go with you, please.
Thank you for choosing me. Um, I remember that when I started learning English with teacher Michael, he passed me a test to find out my level in English. And imagine if he didn't make me take this test, he could put me in a high level or a beginner level, which is not my level. So it's really important, the test. And when you take the exam, you will be able to see your progress. If you learn something, it's very important to know which part you are good and bad in. And the examination will tell you. So for all students, the test and the examinations is extremely important.
I really appreciate that, Miss Yolanda. Congratulations. And we really appreciate your point of view, your comment as well. So, and about you, the other fellows, what's your point of view? How do you feel about exam and test or stuff like this? Miss Zoe, please, let's go with you.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Exams are stressful, okay, but I think they are necessary for the school because then they can know how much the children have learned. That is, if the children do not cheat on the test. Okay.
Yes,
No problem.
yes, really good, Miss Zeri. Well, I really appreciate that. Congratulations and thank you. And about you, the other people, what do you have to say about the question number 3? About test and examination, how do you feel about them? And according to your point of view, are they really necessary? Mr. Evans, please.
Thank you, teacher Michael. For me, I don't feel good when I go to take an exam or a test because I don't like studying. I don't think it's necessary because students only study for the test or exam. While exams are done to see what the student has retained from what they learn in class.
Very good, Mr. Evans. 100% agree with you. But I know other people, they have more to say, maybe elaborate more. Let's go with you, please, Miss Manayal. And after that, we're going to go with you, the other fellows. How has the development of technology affected education? In good or maybe in bad way? What do you have to say, please? Miss Yolanda, please.
Thank you. I will stay in the positively part to this question. The development of technology has had a profound positive impact in education. The education of technology in the world of education has transformed the way of teaching and made it more adaptive and easier to understand. So for me, the technology helped education to develop more. That's my opinion.
Very good. Thank you. And thank you very much, Miss Yolanda. Please, Mr. Georgie.
Yeah, thank you again, teacher Michael. About the fourth question, I can say technology has impacted almost every aspect of life today, and education is not exception. You know, I can say in many ways, technology has profoundly changed education. Um, for one, technology has greatly expanded access to education. Of course, today we don't need the thing because books uh, is or this available at one's fingertips. that to the internet, because everyone can go to internet and to have access with a lot of informations. For example, we have YouTube, you know, so I can say it's a good one for the education nowadays. You know, I can say education and the technology is really good nowadays, because now people talk about AI. You know, AI is intelligence artificial.
Sure.
So this one is really good. It's really help. Even though they have some other aspects. No, I don't take the negative aspect. You know, I think this one is really good for me. I use it almost time to prepare my exam, to make some research, to prepare for the club. Also, I use AI. You know, it's a good one.
Mm.
That's why I can say technology as affect education as a and the good side. You
Mhm.
know, so that's my point about the fourth grade, the fourth questions. No, after that, everyone can say whatever they want about that. You know, but for me, I can say I benefit of the technology. It's impossible nowadays. It's impossible to talk about education to don't talk about the technology, because it's
Mm.
really difficult, because each school nowadays, for example, for the in the United States and Canada, France, and other countries like that, they use technology a lot for the students. You know, so even though then 80, the situation is a little difficult. We have some other troubles with internet and stuff like that. But the other countries, they use technology a lot to help students to learn more, to be more confident, to be more comfortable also. You know,
Mm.
yeah, that's all.
Great,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really congratulate you, Mr. Joseph. As I said before, not only English, but the way that you're doing things, that shows that you go a lot, because you have a lot of maturity, I can say. And yes, you the other fellows, or what do you have to say about like the way that technology affected education, maybe in a positive or negative way? Do you want to say something? Miss Elda, please.
Thank you, Teacher Michael. Normally, technology is really used for everyone in the field of education, but the development of education is very affect as well. It allows us to finish a task in less times, especially by copying and pasting information without understanding. For example, children play more than study. Technology makes children not know everything in themselves. They only copy. That's why education is really low in some country. So in reality, technology is not perfect, even though it gives advantages.
Really good, really deep, Miss Elda, because we encounter wisdom in your comments. So thank you, and thank you very much. So we are talking about like technology. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea to accept the children with telephone in the class? Or what's your opinion? for example, technology is really important, and the children, they have their telephone. Do you think it's a good idea, like, to let them use their phone in the class, or maybe prevent them from using it? Because in different part of the world, in some part, they don't really accept the children to use the phone in the class. What's your opinion, people? What do you have to say?
Teacher, I think
Let's go
you're
with you,
right.
please, Mr. Jersey. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you're right. So you talk about children.
Mhm.
Many children didn't have enough maturity to I can say to manage phone on the class, because they can't be ignoring thing. But at
Mhm.
university, it's different. It's because we are some people, many people have enough maturity. the, there's no one, a problem with that, because at university you PA the we don't talk about children, we
Mhm.
talk about human, you talk about um, wife, we talk about men, women. It's really different.
Mhm.
Because I remember a day when I was at school. um, they just say that you don't have any access with phone, you don't use your phone at school, stuff like that. But at another part, it's different, because I need my phone to make research while the teacher explains something. So I on my laptop, I check if it's true, if I check another thing. It's really important. But
Mm.
when you say children is different. Children is different because they can use the phone to go on WhatsApp, to social media, stuff like that. It's different. They can be annoying. That's why I think they forbade phone at school.
Mm.
But at university, I think the situation is different. But I think it's good. It's good to provide it fun at school for children, because children is different. But I think it's a good one. But at university, the situation is different.
Mm. Hey, good. Thank you, Mr. Jersey. I just asked that like an extra question, like to see how you guys can move without like preparing a question, like to improvise. Mr. Natasha, please.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good, teacher, to have the extra questions. I think it's good. Not only the 7 question we have, just the extra
Mhm.
questions help the other guys to expand, to talk. I see Miss Steffi. I don't know if Miss Steffi have something to say, because I would like to hear Miss Steffi.
Uh,
It's been a while.
yeah, I just be patient with Steffi, but let's go with Miss Natasha before, and after that, I think we're gonna go with Miss Steffi after. Miss Natasha, please.
Thank you, Mr. Michael.
Mhm.
About this question, I think education generally elevates a nation. Eh, Nowadays, the technology is measure the level and in the world, the
Mhm.
level in the world. For that reason, we can talk about the like high development technology or low development technology. Uh, for example, in this case, Haiti is in the situation the low development technology. It's a good job to work every day to elevate the
Mhm.
level and the technology in Haiti and different countries all over the world, because the technology is the way is the way to search to elevate the level.
Hmm.
I think it's my opinion.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Natasha. And about you, Miss Stacey, we are just looking for you. Where are you, Miss Stacey? Somebody wanted to hear you. Please, if you are here, just open the mic and go ahead. If you're still ready, please. If not, I think we're gonna do some other thing. Miss Stacey, please. It seems that you're not here. No problem. So it's a really nice club that we have tonight. We are talking about education. We already covered the 4 questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now let's go directly to the question number 5, which is a really nice one, a really good question. The number 5. All of you, please try to say something. All of you guys, try to say something.
I don't.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go with you, Miss Elda. I'm just so sorry with the question number 4. Because
Okay.
uh-huh.
I can say something, Teacher Michael. For example, technology is very, very good. So in my case, in my house, my children do research, but I force them to study about the research they do. For example, I am working in a university, so the students don't study, they just copy. But when you ask them a question, they can answer because they have nothing in their head. You know, Teacher Michael, in a university, for the reason technology is, when the people do research, after force them to study about the research.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, Miss Elda. You know, we only have time, but I have other extra questions because my questions are it's about the way that we study. In some parts, I consider we study too much. It seems like we are killing ourselves. But in other parts, it's not the same thing. Do you understand? Okay, good, no problem. Let's go please with the question number 5. All of you fellows, as I mentioned, try to say something. The question number 5 says, what improvements does the education system need? According to your point of view, your experience, the way that you see things, what improvements does the education system need, people? Miss Stacey, let's go with you.
My name is Stacey. I am one of the teacher Michael student and the Comrade language person. I really like all of those comments. Even though I'm at work, I put my headset. You can see me.
Yeah, happy to see you.
Yes, I put my headset and I cover it with my scarf in my head to not let them know I am talking or I am following something. Yes, about the number 4, about the technology, like the other fellows already say, I also totally agree with them. Technology is really important. The same way as nice, if you use it well. Technology is important in education, but if you use it well, if you don't use it well, it can be affect your way, the way you study in education. You know, you need technology to, like, social media like Google, to do research. If you want to do research to increase the knowledge, and by the time you use the same technology to watch other things was not important, that can affect in a way negatively. But if you using it wisely, that can affect in a positively. Let me explain myself about Michelle that's talking about research. Some people use technology to make research, to increase the knowledge, but some of them use to make pleasure. Like, people use technology like to for hours to watching video is not helpful, you're not instructive, you is not useful. But some of them use it to keep and improve their skills. But if you are studying medicine, you can go searching it in Google to make you better than you are at the beginning. If you're studying English, right, we are doing with you, and you always encouraging us to do to make to prepare ourselves. And one of the one way you do that is about the club. When I when I prepare my club some time ago, and I was big like that, I go to Google, I go to YouTube, I have got a lot of just to have more knowledge, more skill to improve myself when I am there. But when I'm saying in one word, if you're using the technology well, it will be useful. It will have a positive effect on you. But if you don't use it wisely to do things what's right, that can be affect you in a way negatively. That's my point of view.
Thank you very much. We're really happy to have you, even though you're at work. But I know you have good desire to be with us. So say hi to the other fellows in your area for us, please. Okay, good guys. So let's go please with the question number 5. The question number 5 says, what improvements does the education system need? What do you have to say, fellows? Mr. Johnny, let's go with you, please.
Yeah, I mean, what improvement the education system needs? I think the biggest problem that we have with the education, not only the education, it's the way the people we need to do something to change the way the quality, the education. Because we have poor country, we have rich country. Some country have many things, but some country have less. Because when you talk about the education, they have a package. They have a lot of things we need to do. We need to change the society. We need to change the way social economic social activity the people. But if the people don't have a good education, we can talk about because some people need a good education because they don't have the possibility, they don't have the opportunity. But sometimes they refer to a government to do something, to act in a good way, in order to serve the poor people, and the other who have so many things to do in education, but they don't even do nothing. But some people who have the many things, they got so many something that can help the people, that can help their own country. Because we need to put your effort together with the government. I don't know where, I don't know how you can do it, but so that we can have a good education.
Great, really nice. Thank you and congratulations, Mr. Johnny. Miss Mana, let's go with you, please.
With some reservation, the education system need many improvements, among which are the books they use children, especially in Haiti. I don't know for other countries, but in Haiti, sorry, every school has homework. But I think it should be a single education in the whole world. Also, with we go to the culture, that is another problem for those for the government, maybe, I don't know, or for the responsible to avoid mixing the culture with education. And to me, I think it's another problem for the education.
Really good. Thank you very much, Miss Manaya. You're going as well. Your English is different. Miss Biolanda, please.
Thank you. The improvement I would like to see in education concerns teachers. I think the teachers deserve more supervision and more recognition because they are the ones responsible for the education of the entire population, and they deserve more respect from us, and they should increase their salaries. That's very important. And the state, parents, and students must contribute together to help teachers do their job well, which is to educate the entire population. That was my opinion. Thank you so much.
Really good, really nice, and I think the other fellas agree with you. They can show that. So, Mr. Georgia, please.
About me, I think there are a lot of things the education system needed to improve. I don't talk about a specific country. I talk about education in general and all over the world. I notice a part of the education need to improve is the way that they learn students at school. For example, I spent a lot of time. I spent 7 years, yeah, 7 years to learn English at school, and English and Spanish at school. But if I don't go and if I didn't go on as English school, for example, if I didn't take this course with your teacher, I didn't would have this improvement in English, because unfortunately I spent 7 days at school to learn English, blah 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 blah, to learn Spanish, blah 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 blah. And this problem, I noticed it all over the world because I have some friends in other countries. They they told me they had the same problem in the system education because in France is the same problem, in Canada and USA the same problem. The children spend a lot of time at school. They learn some part of grammar and vocabulary, but they can't speak English. They can't speak Spanish. It's the same in USA because I have a friend in the USA. They say they learn a French, but he can't speak French. They learn the part of grammar and etc. But they can't speak the language. I think this part is really good to improve in our education system. Another way, I think the education need to improve to learn the students how to build yourself or to become I can say to make money. The spot is really neglect and each system education in AD and all over the world they don't learn the students how to make money, how to become I can say a businessman or a businesswoman. So I think the spot is really 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 good. Unfortunately, our education didn't have it. So I think it's really important to improve those parts in our education system. They have a lot of parts, but I prefer to stay and to give the opportunity with other people to share their opinion. I just take those
Really nice, really good. Thank you
two
very much.
parts.
Yes, Mr. Jersey.
Thank you, teacher.
Ms. Zuli, please. Let's go with you. Say something.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. I think the subject is learned better when everyone in the class speaks. You can also use drawing and video so the class will be entertaining for children and young people.
Really
That-
good. Really nice. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Lee. And then how about you, the other fellas? Do you have something to say about like the improvement that the education system need? According to your point of view, the way that you see things. I don't know, Mr. Johnny, if you would like to say something about that question, or maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the way people think about their education. Yeah, as I said before, my classmate in all over the world, even if you study Spanish, French, English, you spend all of your time, but if you don't have a place or to express yourself, to put out what do you think, people will never care about you. People will never pay attention to you. Everyone do what they like. Everyone grab what they want, but they don't care about the others. They don't care. You need to sacrifice yourself. That's what I want to say.
Great, thank you, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the time as well, I just don't ask that question, but I think we have a lot of other things. But I don't know if you want to say something, people. For example, there are a lot of studies, a lot of career, I can say, like 5 years, 4 years, 7 or 8 years sometimes. But sometimes we watch some videos on YouTube and we do something. For example, I have a car and I wanted to repair something in my car, and I just went and I watched a video really quick, and and after I repaired a thing in my car. What do you think, people? Do you think it's a good idea if the education system they we reduce the amount of years like students spend learning? Like for example, the thing that they spend 5 years. Do you think it's a good idea if people can spend like 2 years learning the career? More practice than like the theory? What do you think?
But I don't think it's a good idea. When you spend a lot of
Explain.
time, when you spend a lot of time at school, at university, I don't think it's a good idea. But once you spend many time, once you spend many time and you have more, I mean, more a problem to resolve. You have to focus on something, and then in order to resolve it in 2 or 3 seconds. But when you spend all your day, you feel disappointed, you feel lazy, you feel I mean, no, I don't know, how can I say? You don't have the idea to resolve nothing. It's because you waste all of your time. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Johnny. The question number 6 says, what would the world be like if everyone had good education? How do you think the world would be, people? Try to say something really quick before we go to the last question. Miss Yolanda.
I think we will have so many difficult problems. So many difficult problems. It's because everybody has the same education, the same way to react, the same way to resolve a problem. I think we will have the biggest problem to resolve. I don't think it's a good idea.
I would appreciate your point of view. Thank you. Thank you. And after that, I will need you people elaborate a little more. What do you think about Mr. Johnny's comment? But Miss Yolanda, let's go with you, please. I'm sorry.
Thank you. As the education is represented in 3 forms. Firstly, family education. Secondly, school education. Thirdly, biblical education. And the family education helps us to behave well in society. It gives us basic principles in order to know what we can do and what we can't do in public well as in the private world. And school education helps us to expand our knowledge. It helps us to express ourselves well, and with this education, we will earn money in the future. So in the biblical education is a study that teaches us the truth about God. It teaches us the biblical laws and principles and show us to demonstrate love for our neighbors. So for me, a well-educated person is when they have all this education and they apply it in their life. If everyone was well educated, there wouldn't be all this nastiness and the world would be almost perfect. That's why I think.
Really nice, really nice, really, really, really nice. I love your answer. The 3 points was really good. Congratulations, Mr. Georgie.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. I think this part is really, really good because according to me, I think we will have a better place to live. That's crazy. I remember last day I saw a video when they explained uh, the seven university more expensive around the world. Uh, those universities gave a really, really, really high level education. That's really different for the those I know because at this university I remember they have one they paid 80,000 dollars for the year. That's really, really expensive, you know. They give the students a high level education. So I can say there is different from the education I receive in AD and in other place like that. They different because they explain on the video those people prepare the students to become the leader of the world. So during the next decade, those students will be the leader of the world. So that's really different for me and the other people in AD or we don't have this possibility to go and when to receive our education like that, you know. But according to me, I think we need uh, and open about that. It's really, really difficult. Even though in AD, there's the same problem in AD. There's some school student receive another education, another path. People receive another education. It's really different, you know. But I think the world would be better. Would be better. We will have a good place to live because when people receive education better than one, sometimes the person is I can say selfish. You know, sometimes this person did have wisdom. I think it's really, really, really bad. You know, but according to me, the world will be a better place to live if people or all people receive same education. You know, even though we can I can say we can they always have more people more smart than one, you know, stuff like that. But I think that the basic education, if all people have the same, the world will be better. That's my point of view.
Good. So thank you very much. And we really appreciate the way that you elaborate. And I think it's really good because that club is to practice English and to show other people what we can do. And also not only English people, but you're kind of growing and you get knowledge. And when you're talking, other people can listen to and they will have things to hear if they want to take notes. Okay, so because of the time, let's go please to the last question because we have to finish. You know, we don't really have time. We had 7 questions. Now we are going to finish. It's going to be the last question. The question number 7 says, "What's your favorite memory from school?"
Thank you so much, Teacher Michael. About me, frankly, this is a good question. if everyone had a good education, the world would be very good, excellent. Then the world's education would be best and good manners, so that sections would not consider each other superior to the other for scarce. I think everyone would be able to exercise and defend their rights, and it would be a world without poverty. So finally, not only the world would be beautiful, everyone would have the ability to learn, understand, and think well. For me, it's better.
Okay, good. Really nice. Thank you. And thank you very much, Miss Elda. The question 7 says, what's your favorite memory from school? What do you have to say, please, Mr. Johnny?
Yeah, my favorite memory from school is football, soccer.
And about you, the other fellows, what do you have to say about the question 7, Miss Yolanda, please?
Thank you, Teacher Michael. I remember that when I was in 9th grade, I lost my father at the same year I was going to the state exam. It was very difficult for me to be able to dedicate myself to studying and working for the exam because I was deeply sad. And my family was in a very difficult economic situation. It was very difficult for us in many ways. I always ask Jehovah for helpful prayer and work night and day to succeed. I told myself that I shouldn't repeat this class. So I took the exam, and when I returned after a few months for the results, I obtained 1,115 points. And it was me who obtained more points in the class. It was incredible. For me, I was so happy that I went around the schoolyard saying, "Thank you, Jehovah, thank you, Jehovah." And that was amazing for me. So the principal told me that I got very good grades in school in the exam states too. I got a scholarship for the 4 years I had left at his school. So I was so happy, and my mother was also very happy and proud of me. So thanks to Jehovah, I succeeded it despite of very difficult years. So it was my best memories from school. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing, amazing, Miss Yolanda. You did it. And we're really sorry for the other part because you also lost your dad. We're really sorry for that. But I really congratulate you and we really love you the way that you experienced and I really congratulate you as well, Miss Yolanda.
Okay, Teacher Michael, my favorite memory is when I didn't know anything about mathematics. The teacher always called me an idiot. After that, he told me I became aware. I said mathematics a lot, and my parents allowed me to sleep outside the house. Imagine, later it's thanks to mathematics. So I managed to pass a philo, en reto and philo. Reto and philo. You know, Teacher Michael, I am working in a university. I don't study at university. For now, always I help students to do mathematics. And the teachers tell me to see a lot. You can study. To can we register to study in a university.
Yeah, but it's a really nice memory because the teacher motivates you, and today
Yes.
to become better in mathematics. Okay, good. So we really appreciate that. We're so happy to listen to this beautiful experience or memory as well. Okay, good. So now we are about to finish. I don't know if somebody else you wanted to mention something because we are about to finish. We had a really good time together. It was really nice talking about education. It was a really good club. But now we have to go. So the next club, I'm gonna let you know that topic, and I'm gonna give you the date as well when we are going to get it. So I know it's not easy because you're adult people, and most of you are my student. I really congratulate you. Please keep in touch in the WhatsApp group tomorrow, Mr. McJiffnell. It was a pleasure having you. Mr. Edino, Mr. Jackie, even though you're kind of late. Miss Ashley, c'était un plaisir de te gagner, Miss Ashley. And I think in the next one, ou capable faire pratique parler tout dans le prochain club qui n'a bien. Mais on encourage nous toutes, nous encourager les amis nous avec famille nous pour apprendre anglais avec nous tout. On capable juste contacter en privé et pour plus d'informations. Okay, so now we have to finish. So that's all for tonight. All of you guys, so have a good night. Take care of you. Say hi to your family and talking tomorrow in the WhatsApp group. Have a good night and bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Hi, I am Stacy from Comwat Language Courses. Moi, porte une bonne nouvelle pour nous. Pour nous-mêmes qui t'arrivons à apprendre à parler anglais, Comwat Language Courses a pédo atteindre l'objectif ça par moyen cours nous yo qui fait sur Zoom. Si vous êtes un débutant, nous offrons anglais commencer depuis 0. Yon classe côté à pas apprendre depuis le commencement, arriver à parler l'anglais avec facilité. And for those of you who already get some English knowledge, there are intermediate classes to help you improve in your English and get more confidence in your learning process.
Apprendre anglais va une pile opportunité. À domaine professionnel et puis permettre de connecter avec monde qui sont dans différents cultures à travers le monde. Do not miss this opportunity. En plus de ça, il y a des avantages. Pour les avantages là, there is a WhatsApp group where you can practice what you're learning and apply it. Il y a des gens dans tout niveau là-dedans. Moun qui fait commencer, moun qui a un niveau avancé et moun qui déjà parle anglais. Who are there to support you in this new departure. Deuxième avantage là, there is a free English club every 15 or 22 days. Club là aide à faire recherche sur divers sujets. Comme ça, on ne peut pas parler anglais, on va avoir connaissance sur plusieurs sujets.
Each club topic is different. You can also invite your friends or family who want to speak English or who already speak English. Ça optan pour commencer nouveau session c'est moi ça. Ou capable écrire dans numéro ça qu'on soit gagne plus information. Connaissance c'est celle bagay yo pas capoter aller. What are you waiting for to learn a new language? Ça optan pour commencer nouveau session c'est moi ça. Ou capable écrire dans numéro ça qu'on soit gagne plus information. Connaissance c'est celle bagay yo pas capoter aller. What are you waiting for to learn a new language?